If you want to learn how a lead manager ISA can help you book more appointments and get more closings from your inbound internet leads, check out this video. We go in depth. Let's jump into it. An ISA for real estate can have many different roles inside a team. Some teams use ISAs to cold call, to do outbound prospecting, to generate leads for them. Other teams use them for inbound internet leads. We call this role the lead manager role. It's an ISA focused on these types of leads and calling people that are already in your database. This makes a lot of sense for teams because sometimes the largest part of their marketing budget is spent on online leads. So the teams that are doing this at the highest level understand that having a great ISA in place can increase their conversion rate. And if their conversion rate goes up even 1%, it can have a massive impact on their ROI. The top teams in the country convert inbound Facebook and Google leads at a 3 to 5% rate within a year. Some teams convert them at even a higher rate than that. All of these teams have someone on their staff fulfilling the lead manager role because it is excellent at maximizing the conversion rate for these leads. Great. But what does a lead manager do? First off, they're in charge of what we call instant response or speed to lead. The lead manager ISA is in charge of reaching out immediately to any new inbound opportunity. Speed to lead can have a huge impact on your conversion rate. Some agents take several hours, some even take several days to get back to their inbound internet leads. This is a huge waste and has to be corrected. An ISA can do this for you. You want to make sure any new lead is called within 5 minutes or less. The opportunity is to catch them while they're still on their phone. They've just submitted their lead form, and you want to talk to them right then and there when their motivation is very high. A lead manager ISA is also in charge of follow up with uncontacted leads. Folks, even if you have your instant response dialed in, you're not going to talk to the majority of those leads on the first contact. Most agents are actually pretty good at making that first call. What they're not great at is making the second, third, fourth, fifth call that it takes to convert these online leads. It is 2024. It takes more work than ever to reach out to these leads and start a conversation with them. Most agents don't have the time or the patience to put in the work to convert these leads at the highest level. Maybe they'll call a couple times, they'll text, and they'll wait for the leads to get back to them. That is a losing strategy. To get the most out of these internet leads, you've got to pound them. 16, 17 touches within the first 30 days is the norm if you want to get the best results. Once the lead manager actually contacts these leads, then they're in charge of conversion, speaking to them, delivering the value proposition, and getting them to become either a qualified lead, a booked appointment, or even better, a live transfer. Typically, the lead manager ISA is the first person on your team these inbound leads are going to interact with. It's important that they have a great customer experience, that the ISA genuinely has curiosity about their needs and discovers what's their motivation, what's their time frame, and what, if anything, are they looking for in the current market. If the lead manager ISA succeeds, they're going to get the lead interacting with them, talking to them, sharing some of this information. And if it makes sense, the lead manager ISA should try to close for the appointment, or even better, close for that live transfer. Live transfers are much more valuable than booked appointments because, folks, want to be honest with you, booked appointments with internet leads can be very flaky. The attendance rate, the show up can be 50% or less. Nothing is better than talking immediately with an inbound internet lead directly on the phone. the lead manager ISA should transfer to a member of their team so they're talking to someone ASAP. Live transfers are some of the best and most important ways that a lead manager ISA can contribute to your team. Not everyone is going to be ready right off the bat to book an appointment or even do a live transfer, though. So, another activity that your lead manager can help you with is nurturing contacted leads. Nurturing leads can take several weeks, can take several months, it can even take a year or more. This is the internet lead game. You've got to be prepared for a marathon and not a sprint. It can take months of follow up to get these leads to interact with you, to book an appointment with you, and to sign up and become a client. You've got to go into it with the right expectation. A lead manager ISA can help you with these activities and make it a lot easier for you to talk with only the most motivated and serious leads in your pipeline. In addition to that, the lead manager ISA can also call leads at different stages in the funnel. Folks, every step of the funnel has people drop off, it has leakage. The ISA's job is to make sure you have as little leakage as possible. A leaky funnel loses money for teams. The mantra, the slogan of the lead manager ISA needs to be no lead left behind. If a lead is unresponsive, the lead manager ISA is calling them, texting them, emailing them, trying to get a response. If a lead missed an appointment, was a no show, then the lead manager ISA tries to get them back on the phone and reschedule and rescue that appointment. At every step of the process, your lead manager ISA should be helping tighten up every single bit. Lead manager ISAs don't just make phone calls. They can use text, they can use email, they can use direct message on social media. They should use any tool at their disposal to reach out to leads and get the conversation started. Now that there are an abundance of AI tools out there that can text, that can chat, that can even call your leads, it's another job of the ISA to interact and take over from where the AI starts. All of these leads need additional interaction and follow up to make sure they book an appointment directly with you. What skills should a great lead manager have? Well, number one, they have to have excellent organization skills. They're living and breathing inside your CRM. So they need to be able to keep a handle on things and put the leads in the right stages and help your entire team do the same. The ISAs that do this role, that perform at the highest levels, don't just follow up with leads, they help keep the team organized. They can help enforce lead budgets. They can make sure that agents are held accountable and are attending the appointments they said they would, are making the calls they said they would. And when they're not interacting with leads, they can take them back and reassign them. Another great skill ISAs have in this role is customer service. A lot of great lead managers come from a customer service background. They are that first interaction they're going to have with your team. You want that interaction to be pleasant, to be professional, and to be conducive to lead to an appointment because lead manager ISAs don't just manage clients, they do sales. They want to close for that appointment or that live transfer. Another great skill that every lead manager needs is grit. I would argue that any ISA in any role requires grit. Grit means that even though they're going to be said no to 50 times a day, 100 times a day, the ISA has resiliency, they have tenacity, they're able to dust themselves off, pick themselves up, and get back up on it and make the next call. Even though you're dealing with inbound internet leads in this role, you're still going to face 90% rejection most of the time. A lead manager ISA needs to take that rejection with grace, be professional, and move on to the next lead. What tools does a lead manager need to perform at the highest levels? Like I mentioned, number one is the CRM. They need to take the deep dive and understand your CRM inside and out, how you organize your leads, the different stages that you track for the lead life cycle, because they're going to help you manage that life cycle and enforce your rules across the entire pipeline. Another tool that they need is a dialer, and they also need texting capability. Most modern CRMs that are built for internet lead generation have built in dialers and texting capabilities. Our recommendation is always to try those first. They tend to be the easiest to set up and manage for your team. But communication actually goes both ways. They're not just talking to inbound internet leads, they're also interacting with your team. So they need the communication tools you folks use internally. That can be email, that can be a Slack channel, that can be group texting. Whatever you folks use inside your team, your ISA needs to be plugged into that. Last but not least, any lead manager ISA worth their salt needs scripts. Depending on the kind of leads you've got, they might be inbound leads from a portal like a Zillow.com or a Realtor.com. They might be coming from social media advertising on Facebook, on Instagram, or they might be coming from internet searches from Google.com or other places. Each one of those different lead sources needs a different script. They have a different angle, a different need. The ISA should even know the specific kind of ad that is being used to generate those leads, because understanding the need of the inbound lead gives them a much higher chance of converting them into a client. If you want to take the deep dive and learn more about how to frame a conversation and convert internet leads at a high level, check out this great book by my friend Barry Jenkins. He's excellent. He's a coach, and this book is required reading for every member of my company. It is that good. It lays out a comprehensive way to interact with and convert internet leads, even if they're at the very top of the funnel at one of the highest levels. I really recommend it. That's it, folks. That's my take on the lead manager role right now in 2024. If you found this video useful, please crush that subscribe button. We release videos every single week.